All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Lang Trading Chat Room. It is almost said April. It's May. It's May 3rd, 2023. Hope you guys had an awesome day yesterday. Ready to rock and roll and get back at it again today. So we got a market that is gapping up slightly after a big sell-off yesterday. So looking like we're gonna have a little bit of choppy inside day today, guys. So market bias, kind of choppy and inside. As you can see on this, I think the 15-minute chart probably does the best job of it. Had that nasty sell-off for most of the morning, and then we just kind of just chopped around, bounced a little bit. So I think there's a good chance we stay in this range that we built for ourselves yesterday, right in this 408 up to like 415. So kind of expecting just a little bit of chop right in that area. So I guess I did rush into this a little bit. So yeah, if you guys are new, we're doing the market bias. We're gonna look at this. This is the favorite list on the right hand side of the screen right here. Long ideas in green, got the short ideas in red. As always, you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you throw it up in the chat log. I will get right to it. Make sure you check out the Discord channel, the Lang Trading Discord as well, in the description below. Free trading group. Some great comments in there, great traders in there. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, back to the market. So yeah, it's kind of choppy inside day. The Qs not so much. Qs don't have as much room. A little bit more of a tighter range here. So, but still, for the most part, still looking at like an inside day here. We got the support down at like 418 or 318 area. Got the resistance up in this 321.22 area. So, just a little bit of chop today, guys. So make sure you're staying patient. Inside days always make for a little bit more difficult day trading just because there's not a lot of clear direction, not a lot of momentum going either way. So just stay patient. Make sure we're looking for strength and stuff. We do have a pretty nice gap list, though. I'll tell you what. Gap list is looking good, guys. First up, we have Kraft Heinz Corporation, KHC. So is it Corp? Yeah, Kraft Heinz Company. So this is a really nice gap, guys. Level one gap. Could be. I mean, if it was over that little pivot right there, it'd be a little bit better. But for all intents and purposes, man, this is a really nice gap. Gapping from a red bar over multiple pivots into a massive void. Still in an uptrend, somewhat. A little bit of a stage three, but yeah, Kraft Heinz, one of my top watches right now, guys. This is a really nice gap over the 40-80 area. There's nothing holding this back, so keep an eye on this KHC. Next up, we have Lilly, so LLY. This one's gapping up, a little bit extended, so gapping up over this red doji bar from yesterday. It has been in a power trend for the past month or so, so a little bit extended, but again, very strong stock. Gapping up. So we'll watch this, but like I said, a little bit of a pullback would not be a huge surprise with the Lilly, but still like a nice gap, strong stock. So next up we have BIIB. So this one's ran up a couple days in a row. Had this one little resting day, so a little bit extended, but this resting day did help quite a bit. So and now we're gapping up. It ran right up into resistance up here, gapping over that resistance point. So not a lot holding us back right now on the Lilly. So pretty nice gap. Watch this one. Like I said, a little bit extended, but this resting day helped out quite a bit. So should be all right to take that. We got to get the chat log up here. Next up, we have AMD. So AMD's gapping down. First idea on the short side. So this is a pretty nice gap down too, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a nice gap down. So gapping down. Next area of support is right where that 200 period moving average is, right at 79 bucks. So pretty nice void down to that spot, gapping under this pivot right here, red bar. So another really nice gap on the short side for AMD. So keep an eye on that one, down to about $79. Next up, we have EL. This one was a little bit tough, guys. 19% gap down. This one is honestly one of the ones that you could probably flip it and go long on it. I mean, it's gapping down. If it was gapping down to like 227, 226, it'd be awesome. It'd be a stellar short gap. Gapping down to 200, it's like now we're at a whole, like this thing could definitely bounce today. So you can probably watch EL on the long side more so than short, just because it's, like I said, it's gapping down like 20% into a little bit of a support down here. So likely going to be some profit taking on the EL. So we can watch it, but really kind of a backup idea almost. Next up, we have Oxy. So Oxy Petroleum. This is one of the oil stocks that was selling off yesterday. It didn't sell off as much as like some of these other ones, like Exxon, CVX. A couple of these had some real big days, but Oxy didn't go as much. So a little bit hesitant because it is a little stronger than some of those other oil stocks, but which did, why I have it on my list today is because it's not extended like those other oil stocks. So still has some room to drop under that low from yesterday, right in the about $59 area. So keep an eye on the Oxy under that spot. Next up, we have LTHM. This is Livent Corporations. Gapping up over a little pivot right here. Should have room to about this like 23.75 area. Not a ton of room to play with, but it does have a nice void up to that spot. So you can see on this hourly chart, gapping up over this pivot here. Maybe a little bit of a hiccup at the $23 area, but over that spot should have room to run up to that 23.70s area. So keep an eye on the LTHM. Not a bad gap. Definitely worth watching. So next up we have Intel. So Intel's gapping up over one red bar. It's not into a great void, guys. Intel's not my favorite idea just because it's gapping up into these three red bars right here. So gapped up over one of them, but we do have some moving averages on the hourly, on the daily. So not a huge fan of this, guys. You can see on the 15, you're going to be working with 31 is going to be an area, 31, 30. Like there's multiple areas of resistance on your way up here. So we'll keep an eye on it because it is gapping up and doing good volume in the pre-market. But other than that, not a huge fan of this. I guess it is bouncing off the 200 moving average. So there are some positives to Intel, but also some cons as well. It's going to make us a little bit more hesitant. But all in all, keep it on the list. Watch it for some strength. Next up, we have Starbucks. So Starbucks, kind of like the same thing as Intel, just on the short side. So this thing had some nice green bars moving up, gapping down into those green bars. So if you go short on this, you're going to be going short into a pretty strong stock. I mean, this thing's been going up in a nice power trend. So maybe we try to trade this one down to the like 106 area, this little pivot right here. But it's not gonna be clear trading there. We got buyers gonna be stepping up. We got a moving average on the daily, so not a ton of void, but we can watch it down to that 106 spot and keep an eye on it. Next up, we have CVS. So actually, CVS is one of the better gaps out. In fact, I'm gonna put that over EL. The CVS, man, this thing is gapping down in the downtrend, gapping into a mega void, nothing holding it up, gapping under multiple pivots, under this bottoming tail. Like, there's a lot to like about CVS, guys. This is honestly might be between AMD and CVS. Those are my favorite two gaps on the short side. So definitely keep an eye on the CVS short. Nothing holding it up. So that is the list. Do you guys have any stocks, cryptos, ETFs you want to look at that you're watching? Make sure you throw it up in the chat log. Do whatever it is, Forex, cryptos, ETFs, stocks, whatever it may be. Throw it up there. So, all right, guys, market is on point lately. I feel like I've been finishing up the gap list, and as soon as I finish the gap list, it's time to go. That is awesome. It's been great timing. So, all right, let's see what we get today, guys. Let's see what we got. Had a pretty good day yesterday. Had the Uber hit full target. Had the ENPH hit almost full target. It went like 2/3 of an R. So, pretty good start to the week. See if we can't keep it up today. Man, this craft is oh my god, I like this a lot, guys. I like KHC a lot. This is my top watch. Kraft Heinz, baby. BIIB. We can watch BIIB. I do like this. Again, all the long ideas so far looking good. Lily's moving up, looking good. AMD's Man, we got everything looking good. CVS moving lower. Oxy's moving a little bit lower. LTHM, man, this whole list is doing what we want it to do right now. So, except for Intel's not doing a whole lot, or Starbucks, kind of as expected. EL, like I said, you could probably watch that higher, but yeah, guys, these first 7 ideas on the list all looking good so far. So stay on your toes. Again, we don't want to rush into anything because this is an inside day. We have a very flat open on the SPY and the Qs, very much an inside day. So just be patient, be cautious, but also don't be scared. Don't be scared. You don't want to be afraid to trade. Fear of loss is not going to get you anywhere in this business. So stay on your toes, guys. The Lily's looking pretty good here. The IIB chopping around so far. AMD was looking good for a second. Now it's moving up. CVS though. CVS, a bit of a range concern. Already at its average trading range, but damn, that gap is nice. So we're gonna watch this thing. CVS, maybe like $1 stop loss on it. A little more. A little more dollar stop loss on CVS. Keep an eye on that thing, guys. I like it quite a bit. Quite a bit. I want to get in right here. That's really aggressive. Markets are kind of moving up a little bit, so I'm like getting. I'm gonna wait on this CVS, man. This kind of pseudo 1 minute 3 bar play is just a little bit too aggressive for me. I do not need to be rushing into this, so holding off on CVS. It's there if you like it. If you want to be that aggressive, give like $1.05 on the stop loss. Not a bad idea, but just a little bit too aggressive for me this early. If it hadn't put in such a wide range on this first bar, my opinion would be different. But it did put in that wide range bar, so I'm gonna hold off for a little bit. And the LTHM just ripped. Probably gonna be tough to trade it at this point. Intel weak, Starbucks. Starbucks is actually pretty weak here. Another one with already a range concern. This thing is already just whipped around, so maybe you can try it, but it's gonna be a little bit tough. I mean, the list started out real nice. We got, hey, thanks for the follow, Fool's Dilemma. Like I said, you got any questions, comments, concerns, or stuff you want looked at, make sure you throw it up in the chat log. Chat log's not going to type itself. You guys got to help me out there. All right, Lily. Man, we're getting some range issues on a lot of these stocks very early. Very early. Within 5 minutes, a lot of these things have already exceeded their average trading range. There's CVS, man. It's there. Again, it was there. Just not for me, guys. I don't trust that early. Probably should have, but it's like I said, the range that early in the day. There's just no reason for me to rush into these things. We got plenty of time. We got like an hour and a half of trading, man. No need to be jumping into something within the first 3 minutes. I mean, we don't have a market direction yet. Even market's just utterly choppy. Utterly choppy. SPY's trying to move up potentially. Q's trying to move up. SPY's kind of bouncing it low of the day. So, guys, Kraft Heinz all the way back up. Man, this thing looks good. 57-cent stop loss is that's. We'll see about it. It's already average. Another one with the range concern, guys. Damn. Like I said, we can watch this, but a lot of these are not looking super hot, man. It started off looking good. Whole list, first like 2 minutes, I was like, man, this list is going to be great. It's not looking that way so much now. Oxy, guys, watch this Oxy under 59. I like it still a lot, actually. I like Oxy a lot. It's probably one of my top watches. Otherwise, I don't see a whole lot else. So maybe we can get something on Kraft. Maybe. Not a whole lot to do with it right here. I mean, it's just bottomed and came back up. 5 minute chart, big old bottoming tail. So yeah, not a ton to do with craft. So we will just kind of stay patient, guys. We don't need to get every single trade. I think a lot of traders come in, they think they miss one trade and they just try to make it up with poor trades, and they're trying to catch every single trade. And it's like, man, there is literally, quite literally, hundreds of thousands of good trades every day, positive trades where you would make money on. But a lot of those trades just don't meet your strategy, don't meet your plan. And if you're trying to catch every single fish in the sea, I mean, it's just not going to work, guys. Catch the ones you can, pick a strategy, go for it. Pick a strategy and send it. If you're good at catching sharks, only catch sharks. Don't worry about the whales and stingrays and all these other fish out. Just do what you know. Do what you know, because there's a lot of fish out there, man. There's, like I said, hundreds of thousands of profitable strategies. But if you're trying to do all of them at once, you're not going to work. It's like the jack of all trades, master of none. It's like, that's not going to make you money in the markets. You need to be a master of one strategy. All right. This list is looking rough. Guys, Intel's actually not too bad still. Intel is a big old engulfing bar. Wow. So yeah, if Intel chops around for another, I don't know, what's the range? A good range on this here. Guys, if Intel chops around, I might go high the day, low the day on this one. 45-cent stop loss. And look at that 5-minute chart. Complete turnaround bar right back up to this resistance in the pre-market. Guys, watch Intel over high of the day. We need another about 2 minutes on this. I'm not just going to pop in right now, but watch the Intel over high of the day. Markets are just really chopping around here. Ultimately, they do look like they're trying to go higher. SPY, the Qs are getting there. SPY, I guess, is putting in lower lows, but man, it's a choppy day, man. It's a choppy day, so just stay patient here. Watching that Intel. Intel is probably the best thing out right now. And there it is. There it goes. So even Intel's not looking good. I don't see much else right now, you guys. Not seeing a whole lot else. That CVS is doing a good job. $1.05, it would be down 76 cents. So about 347R. It's a good start to the CVS if you got it. Guys, we can watch AMD under low of the day as well. AMD under 83 bucks. That looks pretty solid. BIB, Lily's, Puff, Craft, man. This is gonna. Look at the range, guys. This is my concern with Craft. Average day is 54 cents. Today it's done $1.24. I mean, we're asking it today. That day it did 264. Otherwise, I don't think it's broken a dollar a handful of times. So I mean, kind of asking a lot out of Craft to go any higher. We'll watch it, and if it gives us like a stellar pattern, I'll consider it. But at the moment, not getting into this thing. This 1 minute buy setup is super aggressive. Super aggressive. It's a clean chart, I'll give you that, but it's a little bit aggressive there on that buy setup. So, all right. Otherwise, guys, Intel. So we can still watch Intel. We can watch it. Honestly, I probably like it a little better now that it's right at that moving average on the hourly. So you can watch it over high of the day on Intel. Guys, AMD. AMD is very weak, rolled all the way over. So watch AMD under 83 bucks. Watch that. CVS is kind of popping back up. Oxy's moving up. Yeah, Intel's probably my favorite idea. I'm going to put this on over BIIB. BIIB just doesn't look that great. BIIB is Biogen or something like that. Yeah. Just pulled in a little bit, got a range concern. Not my favorite idea. Not my favorite idea. God, this crap is a little bit tempting, guys. I can't even lie. You're like a 30-cent stop loss. You need to pop just under high of the day. Guys. I am very tempted on this thing. Markets are moving up a little bit here, chopping around really, but they're at high of the day. I'm gonna hold off, guys. It's off to a good start. You could have got in like a 30-cent stop loss probably. Would have needed just under that whole number at 41.33, just under high of the day, I mean. So, not a bad idea, but getting in on that first buy setup is just a little bit aggressive. So, the light craft there is. Lily's a little choppy here. Still keeping an eye out on Intel. Still watching the Intel just a little bit. As AMD, here it is, AMD. Just kind of peekabooed below that area. Yeah, I'm gonna need a cleaner pattern on this, but watch AMD short. Watch AMD short. Looking like the best short idea at the moment. Markets are moving up. This thing's pretty weak, so got some good weakness. Got some good weakness. Craft is there. Lily. I haven't seen a whole lot else. CVS looks like it might be going higher at the moment. Oxy hanging out. Yeah, so really just watching the Intel and the AMD. Starbucks moved down to that 106 area we talked about in the pre-market, and it's where it's probably going to bottom out at. Getting this big volume spike there. Probably going to be some ending volume on Starbucks. So, yeah, probably not taking that one. EL is mediocre. So, yeah, Intel and AMD, two top watches at the moment. You're going to need a good pattern on AMD. The 1 minute's looking a little sloppy here. Intel, same sort of thing. Need a cleaner pattern. Maybe give like a 33-cent stop loss. Lily's popping pretty good. That crap, man, what is that? 23 cents with a 29-cent stop loss. So you need a little bit more out of that. Not much. Not a whole lot more. Markets are moving higher, so I'm leaning towards the long side at the moment. We'll check some backup long ideas, see if anything's on the move. But Amazon's real strong. So keep an eye on Amazon. Microsoft is not. Amazon and Chegg as well. No, Chegg's gonna be tough. You can watch Amazon. I'll keep an eye on this one. I'm watching Tesla too. Is Tesla moving up? All right. So I'm keeping on Amazon, guys. Right. So that does it for the 1 minute chart. 15 minutes in, no more 1 minute. More 1 minute after that first 15. That's the rule. So transition out of there. Hey Casey, how are you doing? Looking at Monster. A Monster. Long at 58. Man, this is extended. This is very, very extended. I mean, it's been up like 7 bars in a row, up 9%. Coming into earnings too, so I would wait until at least after earnings, and then I'd wait for the pullback too. Man, this is like 6 green bars, 8, whatever it was, 7 green bars in a row. So, I mean, a pullback would not be a surprise at all. You pull back to that pivot 55 area, so Yeah, this one's a little bit extended. Your stop loss is at 51.30. So I guess you do have a good stop loss underneath the support. Uh, Target of 70 bucks. That's target's a little bit out there. I think you could do a little bit better with the price, entry price. I think you could get in at like 56 to 55, and that would help out your target and everything quite a bit. So I think you might just be a little bit late on the monster. Guys, Intel still looking interesting. Intel over that 30-80 area, like a 30-40 cent stop loss, plenty of range left, so watch that. Lily's hanging out, chopping around. That KHC is still hanging out there. Let's see here. Dollar Tree, God, this thing's looking all right. It's a little bit thin on the volume, but breakout over that area is not a bad spot. So keep an eye on the Dollar Tree. Otherwise, like I said, I don't see a whole lot else. Watching the Intel, watching the AMD. AMD really just not giving us a great entry. We can watch it for like a sell setup. Maybe it gives us a bounce. Even a bounce is kind of deep. Yeah, we'll watch AMD. It's getting to be a range concern as well here, but I mean, this thing does have a good range ratio, so it can do some bigger days. It can do some bigger days. Crash hanging out, and the markets are pretty choppy. They're moving up very slowly, but it's a choppy move. You see how this is like every bar has some big tails, big top and tail, big doji, big doji. So not getting any smooth moves up. Quite a bit of slop and chop. CDS moving on up. Oxy higher. LTHM is pretty much done. Intel's getting choppy, guys. I need it to be over high today, and I need it to get there pretty quickly. Right. Amazon does look good as well, though. Let's see what Amazon's working with on some higher time frames. Do have a little bit of resistance right here. What was it acted as an area of support, coming back, probably going to be resistance, coming right into that 200 period moving average on the 15-minute. So we'll watch Amazon right here. We got the 200 or the 50 on the hourly as well. So we are in a little bit of junk on the Amazon, but if it pops, maybe we get a pop to like 106, 106.50. So we'll keep an eye on Amazon. If it gives us a real stellar pattern, like some sort of 15-minute 3 bar play or 5-minute breakout buy setup or something, we'll watch it. But markets are moving up higher at the moment, so definitely leaning towards the long side. Definitely leaning on the long side. Guys, I'm not seeing much I like right now, guys. I'm not seeing much I like. Feeling like an inside day at the moment. Feeling like quite the inside day. AMD, CDS. Not feeling good about any of these short ideas. AMD is getting a little bit extended up here. Like I said, maybe we try to get on a sell setup, but a little bit tough. Not feeling great about the shorts. Check out some of the backups. You can watch this wolf. This wolf isn't too bad actually. Pulling, bouncing. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on the wolf. WOLF. Got plenty of range. Volume isn't great. Volume is a little bit lackluster. It's doing like 200, 300,000 shares 20 minutes into the day. So not horrible volume, but not the world's best. Right, a little bit of support here, right at this area. Watch this maybe for a sell setup under this 44.22 WOLF on the wolf. Otherwise, yeah, spies moving on up. Qs are pretty choppy still, but they're not that pretty choppy. Trying to grind higher maybe. Spies done a good job, I suppose. I mean, started off choppy. Last 10 minutes or so, we're getting some good bullish direction. So definitely gonna try to get one of these long ideas to go. I don't know if I trust Lily, guys. It's already had a pretty wide range day, already extended. Like, I don't know how much more this thing has in it. Does it have up to 440? I don't know. That's a huge day. That's a really big. That's a $26 day. Average day is $7. So yeah, it's not for me. Not for me. If we're playing the odds game, the odds of it getting to 440 are not very likely. I mean, it could happen. Anything could happen, but it's just not the odds I want to play. Let's see. Man, Intel's getting iffy, guys. Looking at the daily and the hourly, there's not a lot of room on this thing. Not feeling too warm and fuzzy about anything right now. Not feeling super hot. It's a deep retracement at this point. Almost 100% retracement on Wolf, so sell setup's getting a little bit iffy. I mean, look at the SPY just rip. What is popping with the SPY? One of the fat man's having a day or something? Nvidia's pretty weak. I guess Tesla's ripping. Facebook ain't doing nothing. Amazon. As Apple actually looks pretty solid. I like this Apple. Yeah, let's watch Apple. I want to keep an eye on AAPL. Apple. Looking pretty solid here. Then Intel ended up, or not Intel, Kraft. It looks like it got it. 1 minute buy setup would have barely got you at target. Barely got you out of target. So nice job on the Intel if you liked it. Apple AAPL. Let's see if we can't get some sort of pattern right here. Give it a little bit of a breakout. Apple's in a really good spot on this hourly and daily chart, so I like it quite a bit. Quite a bit. You do need some rest, though. You do need some rest on Apple. No. There you go. You're looking at DK, Casey. Let me check her out for you. DK. Short. All right. And a nice downtrend, so good play on the short side. Getting in at $20, so I'm not in just yet. So 20, stop loss at 22. So you can stop right above that little pivot right there. Should be a decently safe area. Got some resistance at 21 and the 22 spot. So nice there. Target down to $17. Yeah, looks like that's going to be the next area of support. Way back from about a little over a year ago. So. Yeah, pretty solid trade. I don't know what this is. This is oil stock, so this can be correlated to the crude oil. So, yeah, oil keeps dropping. That should be a nice trade for you. It does good volume too, so yeah, checks all the boxes. Good stuff. Kraft moving up. Lily hanging out. All right. AMD is Well, you can watch. I'm gonna watch AMD under 82 bucks. I will watch this thing just because I know the range is a little bit of a concern, but this thing really doesn't have a problem doing big days. It's done 350 today, $4, $5, $6, $7 is not out of the ordinary. So especially on a day like this when it's doing above average volume, definitely keep an eye on the AMD still. Definitely watch AMD. Intel's junk. Amazon's still beast mode. We can watch Amazon. Next area of resistance is right up here, like 106.36 or something like that. So if it rips up there, it's going to be a range concern, but you can watch it still. This Dollar Tree this thing is just really thin on volume, so it's going to be tough to trade, at least for day trading purposes. Guys, here's that wolf. Buy setup happening right here, or sell setup, but again, very deep retracement on the sell setup. Apple, again, need a pattern on Apple, need a little rest. Guys, give me 1 second right here. Just give me 1 second. All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that. Looking at FMX. FMX. Where you at? FMX going long. Entry at 98. So breaking out right here. Stop loss at 94. A little, I guess it's all right. Other than that big shakeout bottoming tail, you're right underneath that shelf, so that's a pretty good spot. Definitely in an uptrend. Target of 106, not too far away. That's a pretty solid trade. It is breaking out right here, so yeah, not bad. Got a little bit of getting over $100 looks like you might have an issue. Look how much it struggled at $100. So might be a little bit of an issue getting over that area, but if it does, it should pop. So should be nice if it gets over that spot. Guys, AMD is still one on my watch list. The $1.36 is a little bit wide. What's it? Craft pulling in. That's what I was worried about on craft, man. Air's getting a little bit thin up there. Spy still chopping around. I mean, this is like very much an inside day right now. Very much an inside day. Feels like an inside day. Guys, AMD is looking pretty good. Really don't want it to go right here. Probably be aggressive and give it a dollar. So yeah, watch AMD, guys. I can get my order in. Markets look like they're pulling back. AMD is showing a lot of weakness. 81.98. All right, stop loss 82.98. Going short with it, man. It's going right here. It's not going to give me a chance. Ooh. It's kind of peekaboo below right there, so not quite in the AMD just yet. Got an order ready for it. Got an order ready on AMD. Not in there just yet. I mean, it really did just peekaboo down there, didn't it? It was peekabooed in, so I guess we're gonna wait for that. Just put my order at 81.96. All right. Well, it's going right here. So, man, I'm not going to chase the AMD. Really would have liked a little bit more rest, especially with such a tight stop loss. Only giving it $1 on the stop. I'm really not trying to chase it. And you factor in the markets are still moving up higher. Yeah, I'm gonna holding off on the AMD. CVS, Oxy. I don't see much I like, guys. I don't see much. Starbucks under 106, wide stop loss. Gonna be tough to get it all the way to target. There's the wolf cell setup. Again, this thing's it's above VWAP at this point, so bouncing off it right now, above the support. It's a little bit tough take. If this thing happened and it was below VWAP and this pivot up here was right at 44.25, it would be a different story and I'd probably be in it. But the fact that it moved up so much above resistance or support, whatever, a little bit of an issue. Apple, AAPL. Guys, this is probably my top long idea, actually, still. It's been really strong all morning, but also it hasn't exceeded its range, and it's in a very nice void. Watch Apple. This is my top watch, guys. Apple. AAPL. I want to keep my eyes on it. Got it on my thumbnail watch list, so we're going to be watching it like a hawk. Lily, man. AMD just peekaboo down there, so if I was in this thing, I would definitely be a little bit worried. I don't know if I trust the short side today, guys. I don't know. I don't like. Not saying the market's not going to go lower, but I just don't trust any of these short ideas. I don't think any of these short ideas are really anything that I want. Down about 47 cents, so not a bad idea on the wolf, but again, you're bouncing off support right here. Let's see if any of these other ideas are doing much. Nope. Coin's hard to borrow anyways, so not doing that. All right. Quite a choppy day at the moment, guys. Quite a choppy day. Only thing I really feel like we could have been in is this Intel, or not Intel, Craft. This was not a terrible buy setup. A little bit aggressive here. I give like a 30-cent stop loss. Would have barely got you 1R, but it's the only thing I feel like we could have taken at the moment. But not like anything on Lily, BIB, same, AMD. We could have been in this AMD. You could have argued it, but again, it had issues. Range concern. Didn't have a whole lot of rest, so had its issues. So I don't mind missing that. CVS, another one we probably could have snuck in on a 1 minute. Would not have gotten a target though. Would have been about $1 stop. Would have went 76 cents. So not looking great on the CVS if you were in that. Oxy just moved up so far. You can still watch if Oxy somehow rolls over and gets back down to that $59 area. I want to watch that. I want to watch it. LTHM just popped early, so not much to do with that. Intel's been sloppy. S-Bucks just dropped early. EL's been untradeable. Amazon's been strong, but now it's coming up into resistance. DLTR's thin. Wolf actually did a pretty decent job. That sell setup, I was not trusting of it. Just how deep it retraced, and how it broke over VWAPs with so much strength, but it's doing a good job so far. So, yeah, is Wolf, does that have range still? Guys, we can still watch Wolf under low of the day. Under low of the day would be a little bit of a safer trade here. If it gets back down there and gives us a pattern, it has over half it's only done half its range, so it has room to drop. We're going to drop them on the daily as well as a void. So watch the wolf lower. Watch Apple higher. I think that's all I got for you. I think that's all I got for you right now. Wolf lower, Apple higher. Markets choppy. Choppy. Pulling right here. Maybe we get a little bit of a buy setup or something. But not much to do at the moment, guys. Like I said, this is an inside day. Feeling like an inside day, looking like an inside day. Like always, a little bit more difficult to make money whenever the market's just chopping around inside of yesterday's bar. Not a ton of direction. So Apple's pulling in pretty good right here. The wolf's still dropping. Yeah, I suppose we can watch Apple. 80-cent stop loss. This thing has a good range. It has over $1 of range left on Apple. So watch that. Watch the CVS is popping right here. So probably would have tagged you out if I was in this. Probably would have tagged me right there. Oh man. What a day. What a day. Like I said, guys, sometimes the best way to make money is just to not lose it. There's no reason to force yourself to push the button. And a lot of times traders think that if they're not taking trades, they're not making money, but that's not always true, man. The only way we're making money is if we take good trades that meet our plan. So if you're just buying stuff because you're bored or because you haven't traded today, that's not a long-term process for success. You want to make sure you're following your plan. You're only taking those trades that really meet your plan, that look good on all time frames. So if you don't have that, then don't trade. No reason to rush into it. Looking at SLB, Casey. SLB. Check her out. 45.50 short, I imagine. Okay. Short. Getting down here. This one's a little bit tough. 47.27. Is this on a daily chart? I guess your target's in the right spot, right at that support. But you look at an hourly chart here. Look at 45.50. Had a nice little breakout at 46. Stop loss right up here. So I guess your stop isn't in a horrible area. You got the resistance at 46 and 47 before you get tagged out. But I guess it's not. On the hourly chart, it looks a lot better. Decent little downtrend band here. 44. You might give this like put the target like 44.25 or 44.30 because you could like over here went to 44.08 and bounced. Would have got you right here, but just be mindful of those whole numbers. Sometimes you might get missed just by a couple pennies putting your target out of whole numbers. So not a bad trade though. Same. It's in that oil sector again. Same as what was it? FMX. So it's another oil related stock. So if crude oil drops, it should be in there. But just be mindful that it is correlated to the crude oil. Where that's at. Crude oil right here. It's even dropping like a rock. My goodness. Just selling off big time. All right. All right, guys. Wolf. I've been saying it earlier. We can watch Wolf under low of the day. It came up here, kind of bounced a little bit. Guys, give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. All right. Because Apple's pulling in. I don't want to see Apple go any lower, really. If this thing goes any lower, I'm gonna be It's going to raise some concern. You got to wonder where the buyers are at. I mean, Q's almost at low of the day right here. Almost all the way back down. SPY kind of looks like it's trying to go higher, bouncing off VWAP, but not sold on that. All right, Lily is doing its thing. Guys, AMD's getting tough. I think that AMD would have probably tagged me out by now. Would have got in. I would have loaded my stop pretty quickly. I would have probably been tagged on that. That's where patience pays, man. It pays to be patient. No need to rush into stocks, man. That's why I trade the 5 minute mainly. That's why I mainly trade the 5 minute. It's just got a little more confirmation than the 1 or the 2. So I almost want to say Amazon buy setup, but then look where it's putting the top at. Look at 106 on the 15-minute chart. Does that look like a void to you guys? Does that look like it's in a clear void with room to move higher? I don't think so. I don't think this is in a void. I think this thing could trigger, come right up here, and pull back again. So, how you doing, Yasuki? Good morning. Good morning. You think Microsoft bouncing close to its low of the week, around 303. Let's look at old Microsoft. You see it bouncing close to its low of the week at 303. Well, it's almost there right now. Why do I got 2 daily charts? There you go. I could definitely see that happen. I mean, if it breaks support at like 303, really it's coming up right into it. Like if it gets under 304, I think you're there. It's looking weak at the moment. Markets, it didn't move up at all with the market, so it's definitely showing some weakness. Bouncing close to, yeah. No, so I could definitely see it bouncing right around this 303 area, especially if it gets under 304. Yeah, definitely. That's the next area of support, maybe 302 even. So, looking like it's struggling to go higher. You see it comes up, gets engulfed, puts in the topping tail red bar. So, it's struggling to get over this 308 area. But until it breaks 304, I would just consider this a choppy stock. But just chopping around between 308 and 304. If it breaks that, should have room lower. Right now, it's looking a little bit lower. All right, so there's a CVS. Would have tagged us out on that 1 minute breakdown. Would have definitely been tagging us out here. So did not miss that. The craft, we could have got the craft, like I said earlier, but again, this is what I was worried about with craft. I was like, I think it put in high today. It ran up big time, put in a big topping tail. So getting over that high is going to take quite a bit of buyers. That was one of the main reasons I was concerned about this buy setup. Like I said, I'm not trying to trade everything. I'm not trying to set the world on fire and make 5, 6, 7 R a day. All it takes is a couple R, a couple good trades here and there, maybe 10 a week, 2 a day. You're good to go. Good to go. Not seeing anything right now. So sometimes it's zero. Sometimes you might come in and you might take 5 trades and they're all good trades. The market's in a giving mood. Sometimes you might come in and you might not take a single trade. The market could be junk like it is today. So it's just all about reading the environment, sticking to your plan, not wavering, not feeling forced to take a trade. Yeah, Apple did a good job of holding the support at 170. I would not take this buy setup. This is not a clean buy setup at all. It just kind of ran up, chopped around, pulled back. This is not a clean buy setup. Look at this buy setup compared to this. I guess I'm gonna have a good buy setup. That was just not the cleanest buy setup. So, like I said, we could watch it over high of the day. Get 90 cent stop loss. It still has the range too. Still has over $1 of range. So, yeah, watch Apple if it gets back up to high of the day and gives us some sort of a better pattern there. Been a pretty boring morning so far, guys. Man, look how choppy the SPY has been. Look at this thing. $1.40 range, and we're basically just a doji bar. Q, same thing. $1.30 range. Oh man, I got to go back to bed. Whew. Look at AMD. God, look at that thing, dude. Just peekaboo under 82, and now it's right back up. That was my concern with AMD. That's where the range concern comes into play. Guys, I'm not even gonna lie. Oxy's still not a bad short idea. Probably the best short idea actually is Oxy. I guess Wolf isn't bad either. But you can watch Oxy and Wolf both for a short trade. What some of these other oil stocks doing. It looks like they might be getting ready to roll over here, so be mindful. These other stock over. All right, here's the Apple. Trying to move on up. Not doing much. There's an Amazon. The buy setup, I mean, it's there. I just don't like the top of that buy setup. Pull back right to the 50% retracement that you need. Be about a 50, maybe 60 cent stop loss. So we need back up to the high of the day, but I just don't trust it, man. Too much resistance. Resistance here 105. Got the resistance at 106, so it's a little too much resistance here. 15-minute does a better job of showing it. Look at it. There it is. Moving average at 105.50. So, yep. If you liked it, maybe it met your plan, but not for me. This might just end up being a sit on hands day. Might just end up being a sit on hands day. Let's see what the trading view's got for us. What's new with the trading view? Connect your strips to external inputs. That means. How about that? Indicator on indicator. Man, look at that. Man, trading view just doesn't stop, do they? Dang, might end up looking at that actually. Might have to end up looking at that, man. We got link up some indicators there. Trading view just doesn't stop, man. The features just keep rolling out. You know what? One feature they need to add though. I need a list of names when I'm streaming. I want to see who's in the stream right now, man. I want to see everybody's name. Casey, Yasuki, a couple other guys. I don't know if you. That's the thing. I don't know if you guys are in here. Whoa. No. What did I do? I click. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. Did I just exit out of this? Fuck. You're shitting me right now. Am I still here? I think I accidentally hit the exit button, and now it's loading. Son of a gun. Come on now. Come on, Trading View. Come on. What are we doing? What's going on here? What are we doing? Alright guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but looks like my trading view is not working. I think I accidentally exited out. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but if you can, I believe I accidentally hit the X button. Man, why does it just exit out? It needs to give me an option, but whatever. So I might just be calling it a day with the stream if that's the case. Trading view is just kind of shit in the bed right now. Cancel. Can you guys hear me? Anybody here? If you can hear me, just somebody throw up a something in the chat log. You can still hear? Okay. Well, can you see this like saving changes thing? I'm like, can you see the loading screen too? This is happening on both my trading views. The thumbnail watch list is loading. My main screen is loading. So, not exactly sure what happened. Well, how about that? So you guys just see this saving changes. At least they get some good advice. So happy I spent 200 on trading signals, said no one ever. It's okay to love trading. Force spy check. Do you see the loading sign? You guys see this loading sign or no? Just on my screen. I can't change anything. My screen is live. It's just loading, loading, loading. I can't change any symbols. Can't even exit out of this thing. Son of a gun. What did I do? No loading? Well, it looks like we're just watching the spy then. This is really weird. Really odd. So, well, yeah, 'cause I can't switch symbols or anything like that. No, I can't go to my thumbnail watch list. Let me try and exit out of this, maybe. All right. Now what are you looking at? Can you see anything now? All right, guys, I'm gonna have to shut this stream down. This thing is not loading at the moment. Yeah. So, I mean, at least it was a pretty boring day. Not a whole lot going on. So, I'll probably trade for a little bit longer. Probably not gonna be taking anything. Might be a just sit on hands day, inside choppy day. So, as always, you guys have any questions, comments, concerns? Make sure you join that Discord. Type it up in there, or send me an email with my email down below. So, sorry about the technical difficulties that we're having. I think I just accidentally hit an X. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, 9:20 Eastern time. So until then, take care, guys. Best of luck to you. Stay safe. Stay patient. Remember, this is a business. Sometimes you have some technical difficulties, so make sure you plan for that. So, all right, guys, have a good day. Take care. I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but if you can, have a good day. Take care. All right. What the fuck is going on here? Are we still alive? What's going on, man? What is going on? Are we back? I don't know. I just exited out of the entire app, but it says the stream is still live. Can you guys hear me still? We still good? Any interruptions at all? It says it never even cut out. It did disconnect me from my broker, but all right. Are we back? We back, baby. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not. I'm not. If you guys can hear me, someone just, if you can give me just type like a 1 in the chat log or something like that. My entire trick. I just shut down the whole thing, exited out, closed the app, then I opened it back up. It said the stream is still live. I'm not sure if that's actually true or not. It says there's 2 online, so if one of you 2 online could type something in the chat log and let me know if it's still live, that would be greatly appreciated. I probably will be calling it a day here soon, despite everything. Yeah, like I said, I don't see much on my chart, guys. Not much from my list that's looking very tradable at the moment. You can watch Apple, you can watch it, but a little bit hesitant there. Markets are very choppy, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day, guys. I'm gonna shut down the stream. It looks like I don't think you guys can hear me. Doesn't look like I'm live anymore, so yeah. If you can, appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you catch the live stream tomorrow. Make sure you join the Discord. Shoot me any emails with any questions or concerns you may have. So, best luck to you guys. Take care.